Salutations, my name is Jaden, but you can call me Jay. Today we're going to be giving my brief thoughts on an anime that just released around now on Netflix called GoodNight World. Now, I have a lot of thoughts about it, but I don't want to spoil too much. I haven't gone through the whole thing myself, but the story captivated me very quickly. And there's some gripes I have, but there's some really big positives. So if you're an anime or stuff like that, go ahead and listen on. So it's a very interesting TV series. It talks about this young child who basically is addicted to media, right? If that sounds anything like you and you don't like it, then you are either going to really hate the portrayal of what happens in this anime, or you might like it. You might like what they're trying to do. I don't feel like they executed it completely. But anyways, let me get to it, okay? Basically, he's addicted to video games and he can't seem to stop himself from playing games. He just is constantly at his computer desk, and it feels like to him the real world is just so much more terrible. There's no reason to live his real life, to get outside, no reason for him to get a job, there's no reason for him to try, because everything in life is just shit. It's all shit, it's all terrible. There's no point in trying. And initially it opens up and it shows us how he plays this video game with all these other people, and how he really gets joy from this particular part of his life. And then what it does is it cuts back to reality. You look at his room, it's just a huge mess. There's garbage everywhere, there's food, like I'm pretty sure the place smells. He looks like he stinks. He looks like he hasn't taken a shower in a very long time. You can just see the sadness in his eyes. And you'll notice there's a lot of characters in this series who, like, you'll be able to tell who has a problem when you look at their eyes. They're like worn out, they're exhausted. It's like if you talk to them, they're just instantly drained and they're in their own heads. And that's something, to me, very relatable. I saw that and I was like, there's so many different ways people can relate to his character. Not having your shit together, being addicted to something that maybe isn't that great for you. It shows how he has this social anxiety and he just isolates himself all the time because he can't be bothered trying to break out of the situation he's in. It's just far too comfortable. He doesn't have any real family relations, or the ones that he tries to have, they don't work out too well. But anyways, that's a little bit about him, and it kind of follows each of these characters and their experience with life and their experience with their addiction to this game. And in a lot of ways in real life, people have addictions to various things, whether it be weed, alcohol, drugs of any kind, media in general. Social media addiction is a huge one. So I just found the message that they were trying to convey very powerful. Now, the twist here, small spoiler, you figure this out in episode 1, is he's in this family of 4 people, and he's been playing this game this whole time. He can't communicate with any of them, but it's his, and this is spoilers, it's his family that he's playing with. All other 3 people that he's been playing with, that he's been having so much fun with, it's been his family. It's been his dad, his brother, his mother. And that was like such a twist for me. And what I really thought they were going to do is that I thought they were going to try and develop him a little bit more and try and see how he can break out of this terrible cycle. And they kind of attempt to do that. I just really wanted to mention this particular anime because I found it was very cool of them to not really focus on the action as much, to not really think about, okay, how are we going to make this scene expertly flashy? Although they do have some pretty great animation, in my opinion, anyways. I found myself, while watching, really wanting to listen to the character moments. I wanted to listen to the dialogue. When he was playing the video game, I was like, get off that, like go live your real life. Like, I want to see the dialogue that happens when you see your brother down the hallway, or when you go to talk to your father or whatever. Like, and that's very interesting. Whenever I've watched TV, I've been very action brained. I want to see the fighting, I want to see as much violence as possible. But this anime to me made it very apparent that it had a very interesting concept and pretty good dialogue. Again, in my opinion. So if you would, go ahead on Netflix, and if anything I mentioned about this sparks some interest, you can go ahead and you can check that out. And that's pretty much it. Not even a real review, but I just wanted to give my initial thoughts on it. And yeah, I didn't really like what they did in the ending of it. But anyways, I'll see ya. Bye.